there is that time that he wanted that seat badly. And you remember when Ruto named Rigathi, he went missing for a few days.
He almost went for
He actually said he was going to take some leave.
Yeah.
And he had to be, I don't know what he was told, to come back. And after that, I am imagining that he was now, he made peace with the position he was given when they formed the government. And this came as a result of God knows what. So for me, I think his ambitions, he has reached there because this was what he wanted as at 2022. So if he doesn't go back to run with William Ruto in the next general election, he has made a name, he has occupied that office. The only other office remaining is presidency. And so maybe he still have many years he could look for the presidency. But we can't force him to try and maintain that seat if it is not working, because we know constitutionally the deputy president is supposed to be the principal assistant to the president, but that is just as the constitution says. There is what it is and there is what it should be. So what it should be is a principal assistant, but what it is the extra vote you need as the president. So we know constitutionally this man or woman should be one that is your principal assistant. You should actually look at it from the angle that this is a man whom, if I am no longer there for God knows for whatever reason, can run this country and reach our dream, which my government has.
You may have seen that clip from the weekend where he was speaking and trying to respond to Rigathi Gachagua over the comments about the musicians. And we have it, I don't know if my director has it, we could play it.
Yeah.
The fact that he sounded a bit different from what we've seen, angrier. Yeah. Why do you think that is? Because he has maintained a very calm demeanor till now. Is he trying to change his way of politics, probably to try and secure something bigger or to compete with his predecessor? You
see, it is Honorable Rigathi who came up and named him Mr. Yes, Yes. So anatoa kucha so that he refutes that, so that it cannot be true what he says about me, that I am a very soft Mr. Yes, Yes. So I want to show him that hata mimi niko na kucha naeza toa. So that is what I saw. So he is just trying to refute, because Fred, the communication experts will tell you that 55% of communication is in our body language. Maybe the words I'm saying are only carrying 8%, or that is why I can tell you something, but you read my body language and say this guy is lying. Because 55% is contained in the body language. So Kindiki probably was giving us the 55% with the body language that I am not a Mr. Yes, Yes.
Do we have that clip? Oh, okay. We're still looking for it. What did you make of that? Because it was very unlike, it was not typical of
the one we know.
You know, calling me name will not change who I am. And political names stick very fast. And you can go back to history. I don't know Muganga. I don't know Watermelon. I don't know my DVD. I don't know Kahongo. If you react to those kind of mimics, then you lose it as a leader. The fight of Mount Kenya, you will not win it with anger. No, it will not support. I mean, it will not help you by getting angry and then shouting at people or saying, no. You have a country to run, you have an office to run the office. There is a part to play politics at its level. The level Kindiki is not the same level with Gachagua. Gachagua now is a man who is not in the office. Today, the Deputy President of Republic of Kenya is one Professor Kindiki. And the moment he wakes up to speak, he's speaking as deputy president. He's not speaking as a person who is fighting for Mount Kenya votes. No. And even if he engages to that war, he will not win. He cannot win. Why? Because he's fighting for a person who many people loved him, including Mutambu. Let me say this. I loved Ruto so much. I worked for Ruto so much. There's a man I believed in him, and so many other Kenyans. But do you know what Ruto did when he became the president? He killed all his friends. He killed the friendship with every person, including Mutambu. So what reason as a politician do I have today to stand behind him? Because he was never there for me when he got the power. When we were going to election in Dimuli, you may be surprised. This is a man who was calling me 5 times a day. And if he's listening, I can even show you my phone, that we can even go to Safaricom. During election, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to election, he was calling me 3, 4, 5 times a day because he needed votes for Mwingi Central. When I delivered the votes for Mwingi Central, that man until today has never picked my call. Why should I be there for him? Likewise, in Central, people feel that he has betrayed them. They came out, they showed him love. They voted him in with a lot of love and a lot of respect. But as of today, they feel that he has betrayed that love and that trust. So this is the problem we are having. Problem is not Gachagua, problem is not Kindiki, problem is not the leaders there. It is the people themselves. When I go to Mwingi, when I stand like this, people ask me, you told us about Ruto. Where are you? What has Ruto done to us? So those are the memories with the people on the ground. And to change that narrative, it is not easy.
But Fred, I have a problem with Mutambu. What exactly did Ruto do to Mount Kenya? Because Kindiki is coming from Mount Kenya, so if Rigathi was impeached, he replaced Rigathi with Kindiki. And as we speak today, unless it has changed some few seconds ago, Mount Kenya still has the largest share even in the cabinet. I can understand your bit of Mwingi, that one is given. But the one you are now adjudicating for, what exactly did Ruto do to Mount Kenya? Because they are still having lion shares in government, including cabinet positions, PSS, and all that. So what would you say to other parts of the country who probably have one or two?
Let me teach you politics.
And before you even come, I said earlier, we saw the members of parliament from that region who came to us first on television and told us, we have now decided it is Kindiki. That was not William Ruto. That was the members of parliament you're now claiming he has betrayed. Politicians, don't trade with us like foolish people.
Thank you.
We see what you people.
Let me teach you.
For you, I can understand, maybe you had agreed for something he was going to give you, he did not give you. But again, how do you expect the president to call you 3, 5 times a day? He was not president then. He is president. He has a country to run. How do you expect him to call you 5 times a day?
Let me teach you politics. When you go to regions, it is not everybody you just greet or you touch who makes a decision in that region. Let me tell you. When you go to Nyanza, and you want Nyanza to be part of you, you just don't pick anybody to be next to you.
Yes.
You pick Raila or anybody close to that.
Yeah.
Okay, that status.
Yeah.
If you pick anybody and Raila walks away from you, he has walked away with the Nyanza.
Yes.
Let me give you another example. Go to Ukambani.
Yeah.
Just pick anybody to be with you. And you ignore Kalonzo.
Yeah.
The entire Ukambani has gone with
him.
And I am a live testimony.
Yeah.
Uhuru picked me in Ukambani. I was the person in charge of Ukambani during Uhuru's time. And he ignored Kalonzo.
Yeah.
All Kambas went with Kalonzo.
Yes.
I was left alone. I even lost my seat.
Yes.
Okay? So that is what I'm telling you happened in Mount Kenya. In Mount Kenya, people believed in Gachagua. For your information, you may not know this. You may not like the man. I come from there. Let me tell you for you to understand. And the day Ruto touched Gachagua, the entire Mount Kenya felt that they were touched. And that's why you see Gachagua today is calling shots, and he even has audacity to say, we are going to boycott your songs. Like same thing, Raila stood up and said, we are going to boycott Brookside. He said so. We are going to boycott Safaricom.
And before you continue,
so those are the things which
allow me,
Mutambu, these are the people who gave Kindiki and
allow me to play the clip.
It is him who picked Kindiki.
Let's have that clip. Let's have that clip.
Naona watu wengine wanatutisha. Mimi ukiniangalia hivi ni mtu ya kutishwa na watu. Tuheshimiane bwana. Tuheshimiane. Nao wanamuziki walikuja 50, mimi naita wanamuziki 500 wakuje pale Karen. Tujua utafanya.
All right. He went on to say that if at all Gachagua was within shooting range, I think he meant firing range, wangepatana. Anyway, your final comments on this matter.
No, I just wanted,
as you make your final
I just wanted to put it into perspective. Right now, it is easy for Honorable Mutambu to claim that Ruto went and picked the wrong man in Kindiki. But the whole story, including the people who are on the side of Gachagua now, says they favored Kindiki when Ruto was picking the deputy. They all wanted Kindiki, not Gachagua. It is Ruto as an individual who besieged them to just let him go with Gachagua. Now, it is now being flipped as if Ruto went for Kindiki and left Gachagua, and Gachagua was popular.
No,
this
not that way, not that way.
But that is what
I'm telling you. Yeah. You know, there's a mistake people or political analysts make. You think that what I know as a leader, or what I say as a leader, represents the people down there. My feeling, or what I think, may not be the collective thinking of the people on the ground. Right? I did not say Kindiki is a wrong candidate. I am only saying that the people of Mount Kenya felt that Ruto took away what they believed in. And you now to come in, and you remember even during the appointment of the ministers, they were saying, come and take all, take Mutai, take I don't know who, but you have nothing here. Those are their own. Why? Because it is not the people of Mount Kenya who said take Kindiki. It is Ruto who went to pick Kindiki. And to them they felt it's an insult, number one. Because they feel that they were not part and parcel of all this kind of change. And they did not want Gachagua to be removed. But Ruto went ahead and removed him, despite the people of Mount Kenya feeling otherwise. Okay? Number two, if you may not know this, where Kindiki comes is not perceived as Mount Kenya. Look at our geography. Kindiki comes from eastern, where is my neighbor. So the people of Mount Kenya, Mulima is here. Kindiki comes from the other side of Mount Kenya, the slopes of Mount Kenya towards Ukambani. That's where he comes from. So the Mount Kenya feels that they have nothing. Let me tell you, it doesn't matter how much we would want to cosmetic this and try to force it to Mount Kenya. It will not go down their throat.
Okay. Now we only have 2 minutes, so a final parting shot only.
Now that is just a supremacy battle between the Meru community and the Kikuyu, because whenever Kikuyu is leading, Meru is part of them, and even where Kindiki comes from is actually solidly Mount Kenya. Until another one from the other side is now supposed to lead, now it is not Mount Kenya anymore. That is selfishness.
Your parting shot?
On this matter?
Not on this matter, on everything we've discussed today.
Anyway, my parting shot would be on the matter of security. I think whether we differ, and this is why some of us have been in support of Raila Amolo Odinga. Even when the abductions were happening, you remember, Fred, they were with Ruto in Homa Bay, and he told Ruto right there, we cannot entertain this. This cannot be entertained. I would have loved to tell our members of parliament to just see parliament as that arm of government that checks the excesses of the executive. Whether you are Osoro, who is a chief whip for the ruling party, or you are coming from the party which Gachagua launched, unite together and say no to anything that is not good for the country. Just be a member of parliament, check the excesses of the executive. When it is 2027, we will discuss issues around how do we go for this election and what are we selling? But for now, let them just check the excesses. Whether you are coming from my party and you are a CS and you're not doing the right thing, let it go to the books that we are checking your excesses. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Meshach. Finally, Bwana Mutambu.
There is nothing to celebrate about when you see a man lying like this. And it beats my understanding how somebody would think that this man is doing it for himself. I want to tell those who are talking that way that today is this man lying there. Tomorrow it could be you, and you don't know from what angle. So we have to be very careful, one, with what we say, what we do, and what we think about others. We need to think of this country as an unit, and as we all belong into it. And responsibility is to all of us, not to only one person. And that's why I was seated here defending the police, because I know sometimes during Sundays, police do not come to work. And they don't, I don't need a bodyguard on Sunday. I mean, you also give them time to go to be with their family. So their police do not guard you 24/7. No, as a member of parliament, there are times when you have the police and there are times when you don't have the police. So we don't want to say what happened to this, but my caution to the nation is that the security is the responsibility of security starts with you. It starts with me. And before I point the finger to any other person, I should point the finger to myself. But the bulk stops at the president. I would wish president comes out today and put to an end all this kind of nonsense. Say you don't want to see this. It doesn't matter who. Whether somebody supports you or they don't support you, they should not go through this kind of terror which is happening today. Because tomorrow, you may not be in power. And you may find yourself in this situation, and it's not a good one.
Thank you so much, Joe Mutambu, former MP Mwingi Central, and Meshach Odede, political commentator. Thank you so much for a vibrant debate this morning on Morning Cafe. After the break, we switch gears and talk matters customer value propositions. Yes, ahead of the Marketers' Night Out, Odede will be having a sit-down with Dr. Stanley Shege Karanja, CEO, Stan Consulting Group Limited.